So tonight I'm going to do something new, which is repairing a cigar. I put this cigar too tight into the humidor and I damaged the wrapper. I damaged it here and I damaged it a couple of other places. So do not pack your cigars too tight into your humidor. Do not put too many cigars. And be careful when you open and close it to avoid this. So tonight I'm going to show how to repair it. There's this glue that I found on Amazon, cigar glue, sealer and repair, perfect repair. So I'm going to use this. So all you have to do is that you grab the brush of the glue and you put it on the place where the wrapper is broken. There are these other two cracks, so it's the same thing. Pour the glue into them. And let it dry. And that's it. The cigar is not going to be perfect, but it's going to be smokable, and that's really the objective. So the glue dried up and it ended like this. So that's really as good as it gets. So no miracles here, it's just, you just make the cigar smokable. Not great, just enough for it to be smokable, and that's it. So here is the cigar that I repaired earlier. You can see the cracks here, here, and here. And in spite of all the cracks, it is perfectly smokable and no issues. And the flavor is delicious. So it worked. Tonight I'm doing the cigar flavor notes of this Romeo y Julieta Reserva Real 1875. 1875 is the year that Romeo y Julieta was founded. This Churchill was the favorite cigar of Winston Churchill. And Romeo y Julieta was his favorite brand. So it's kind of, in his honor, all 7-inch cigars are now called Churchills. But the Romeo y Julieta one was his favorite, although this is the Dominican Republic version. The Cuban version is the one that he liked. But I was not going to use this cigar for the cigar flavor notes because it's a cigar that I cracked and I repaired, and I wasn't sure how good it was going to be. But once I gave it the first puff and I started smoking it, it's perfect. And it is delicious, really delicious. So I decided to make this video with this cigar. You can see how well the ashes hold. The burn is even. The glow is very good in spite of the repairs. So everything is working perfect. You can see how well the ashes hold. The glow is perfect in spite of the repairs. The flavor is delicious. The burn is even, pretty even. So I'm having a great time. So I'm well into the second third of the cigar. The flavor continues to amaze me. It's very constant, buttery cedar with herbal notes. Really as tasty as a good Perdomo or like one of the best. The consistency, the draw continues to be smooth. The ashes hold, like, Altevis really makes very, very good cigars. So this is a 1875 Reserva Real. The brand is Romeo y Julieta. The shape is a Churchill. The size is 7 inches by 50 ring gauge. This is my night smoke. The cost was actually $14. I was checking. I have to correct that. The manufacturer is Altevis. The cigar is made in the Dominican Republic. The wrapper origin is Ecuador, Connecticut. The color is Colorado. The binder origin is Nicaragua. The filler origin is Dominican Republic and Nicaragua. In terms of the flavor meter, it has a medium body, medium flavor and strength. You can really feel very clearly the flavor. It's not like other brands that is kind of too mild to really enjoy it. This is a very clear, very constant flavor. It does have the wow factor. Upon the first pop, you really say, wow, delicious. And when you light it, you get that very clear woody and creamy note, but it's like the woody and creamy are not separate. They are like mixed together, which make it like buttery. It's really, really tasty. It has some chocolatey note as well, a little bit of sweet, then some leathery, and definitely some herbal. And those are all the flavors that I got. Um, the appearance, I give it a 10, even though I messed it up, but that was my fault. But the construction is also a 10. The flavor is definitely a 10. And again, some cigars you do the first puff and it's great, and then it sort of dilutes. This not, this remains being a wow every puff, so it's really delicious. The value for the money, I give it an 8 because it's not an inexpensive cigar. Um, and then the overall rating, I will give it like a 9.5. It's really a very, very nice cigar, very upscale, very pleasant cigar. Altadius really does a great job with their cigars. So I'm getting into the last third of the cigar. I just asked it. And it continues to be awesome, the flavor and everything. So I continue to have a very good time with it. So I'm into the last third of the cigar and I'm about to remove the band. See how the ashes continue to hold really well. And the flavor and the aroma of the cigar continues to be delicious. So it's definitely a great cigar. So let's see how it ends. So I'm down to the last inch of this Romeo y Julieta. And you can see here the crack that I repaired. But regardless, with the repair and the sealing, the cigar worked perfectly all the way to the end. And it's a very high quality cigar, so it holds. The flavor continues to be very good. And I'll probably throw it away in a couple of minutes, but it was really a great experience. I really recommend the Romeo y Julieta Reserva Real 1875 as a great cigar. I'm going to be in Mexico City and I'm going to smoke the Cuban version in a few days. So I'll do videos about that one too. But this can show you that this is a great cigar and also that you can repair a cigar and smoke it all the way to the end and it can work very well. Up to this point, I've been smoking this cigar for an hour and 35 minutes. Let's say that I smoke it another 2 minutes, so it's like an hour and 37 minutes, which for a Churchill is a very, very decent time, considering that it was repaired and everything. So it was a great experience. I really enjoyed it. And I had it with a bourbon, and I see that bourbon is better with cigars because it's a little sweeter than Scotch. Scotch is kind of too dry for me to mix with cigars, but bourbon goes well.